All right. I have a very serious business mission this week. I've been trying to do this for I think over a year now, and every single week I manage to talk myself out of it somehow. This is getting ridiculous. So this week I am committing to being consistent in my business by posting on social media every single day, Monday through Friday, specifically using my Instagram stories. Will this finally be the week? I'm hoping so because I'm holding myself consistent by recording this, and so we shall see if that finally does it. Let me tell you, every day has its own challenges. Monday's challenge is that it feels too close to the weekend. I don't feel like showing up, doing a live stream, showing my face on stories. Plus, I probably overate or overdrink a little bit and I'm not feeling my best. Also, I'm still kind of coming out of weekend mode, so I'm not really feeling like being quote unquote on. That's why I've got no makeup on today, keeping it real. So let's see what I'm gonna do today. Here I am in my Instagram stories, looking a little bit washed out. That's all right, because my trick for Monday is that I will usually post an update on what I did over the weekend, and that way I get to share some awesome content and not have to show my face. I usually like to take lots of pictures of what's going on in my life, and that's helpful for posting to my stories. Usually it's always food related, so then this is actually one of my favorite tips, especially for being consistent in your business when it comes to content creation, is I'm simply documenting and sharing what happened, and I use that as inspiration. So what I'll do is, oh, this is just a fun image I saved because from this vacation resort I was looking at because it's just so extra, so badass. Okay, and then so the thing with social media content especially is that people think you always need to be selling or giving quote unquote value, but the truth is just as important is to use social media to connect with your audience so that they really know you and feel like they are relating to you. One of my favorite ways to create content on social media is simply to share an update from time to time on what's going on with my life. Now, I don't do this every day because if I did, it would just be like, okay, what does this person have to teach me about building a business? However, when you interchange that in between all of your other content, it recreates this really well-rounded view of who you are so that people are able to relate and connect to you even more as they learn from your other content. So this is just as valuable. All right, that's it. We did it for today. If you saw on my phone, it was already close to 7 o'clock. And the truth is I've just been putting it off all day. However, like I said, I was like, this is the week, I'm holding to it. Kept it super easy since it's Monday. And then tomorrow we'll share some more traditional teaching content. And so let's see how I do tomorrow. All right, my friend, it is Tuesday and already I'm struggling with inspiration for today. So what we're gonna do today is one of my go-tos whenever I feel like I'm out of ideas. That is to share some aspect of my story. Now, here's the thing. When I say share some aspect of my story, I mean my story related to what I do. So because I help people build a business, for me, it would be talking about some aspect of how I built any of my businesses, how I've helped people, and anything related to business building. So make sure when you're using this tip that you're talking about some aspect related to your business. So today I thought it would be fun to do kind of a half blend of teaching and stories and then tie into a Q&A for people. So it's a combination of quite a few things, and really any of these could be content in and of themselves, like a series of tips, a part of your story, and or Q&A. So 3 things right there. I'm just gonna combine them all because that feels like fun. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm actually gonna start with a fun video I took of my espresso this morning, and I'm just gonna use that as a fun lead in. Next, I'm gonna do a quick video where I say hi and kind of explain the background. So let's get started. Good morning, guys. I have been talking about building, starting again. Normally I try and do these in one go, but recording myself is throwing me off a little bit. So let's try one more time. Good morning, guys. Chatting with my coaching clients about scaling business to 7 figures. So figured I'd pop in here and share some fun tips with you guys too. Let's talk about scaling your business to 7 figures. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna break it into about 3 or 4 tips that I've already thought through beforehand. Oh, fudge. I totally forgot. I just realized I forgot to record my phone screen while doing this. Now that we're back, let me start with my tip number 1. The first tip I would say is if you dream of having a multiple 6 to 7 figure business, own it. Don't hold yourself back and say, okay, my business is good enough or it'll get there someday. Own that you want it, and you'd be surprised at, if you're really owning it and you're taking action, how quickly that can happen. Then I'm gonna share like a 15-second snippet of my own story. When I scaled my first online business to 6 figures before I left my job, no one had done it before. Then after that, I decided to go for multiple 6 figures and then $1 million in 1 year in this business. Again, no one had done it before, but I decided, why the heck not? Worst case scenario, if I fail, I'll still do pretty well. Tip number 2 is more tactical. Make sure that whatever you're gonna use to scale your business is actually scalable. Is your deliverables scalable? So if you have a course, can it scale? If you have a group coaching program or a coaching offer, can you take on however many clients you need to hit your multiple 6 or 7 figure goal? A lot of businesses suffer when they're growing because actually growth will break them and they're not prepared to grow. So make sure first that growth will not break you. Tip number 3 I'll just share today is what's working well that you can 10x. If there's one strategy that's already working well for you, can you scale it up big time to go as far as you can? That's how I was able to scale to 7 figures in my first year, by having one program that I knew how to deliver well, that I knew how to market well, and just going all in with it, not by trying to do a whole bunch of different things. That came on later when I was scaling to multiple 7 figures. And then I will just add a quick image. Let's use this one. Let me add a question. We'll get some questions and then I will answer them. All right, that wasn't too bad because I was able to share bits of my story, which I've talked about all the time. We didn't have too many mess ups, and done for today. Hello, happy Wednesday. It is hump day today. And you know what? Wednesdays are my easiest creation days because I like to give myself a little quote unquote cheat. What I do is, I know every Wednesday I'm usually gonna have some meetings. So if you have a day of the week where you're super busy, you might wanna try this out. Every Wednesday I release a brand new YouTube video. So what I do is, because I know I'm gonna have that YouTube video, my content creation on other channels is simply to share that video. Makes it super easy. So while I've got a few minutes until my next call, let's go ahead and post this. What I first want to do is share 2 fun pictures from what's going on with my life. And I had an interview earlier today, so I'm going to add that. Next, I've got a fun prompt to get people excited about the YouTube video I'm going to share. So it's a fun fill in the blank that I talk about through the YouTube video. And then the next video, I share a snippet of the video with a link to the video. So that's my content for today. I've got my next call coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and head to that. All right, so it's Thursday and I've got to go take my dog out real fast and then head to my facial, just being honest. So I only have about 3 minutes to get this done. I also know after my facial, I'm probably just not gonna feel like working the rest of the day. So basically life happens. In situations like this, normally I would probably just schedule the content ahead of time or maybe even skip it. But since I'm holding myself to being consistent and I'm so close, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna answer some of the Q&As from Tuesday. I was saving it for today for that exact reason. I've already answered the questions that I got just to make it super easy for you to watch. And so I'm pulling it up and I'm going to post it. Really quickly though, I'll probably add something on the first slide where I let people know. So that's the first one. I think this is the second one. Post it. And then here's the third one. Posting it. And then I think this is my story. And we're done. Barely made it. I've got to go. So I'll see you back for Friday and hopefully we will make it happen. Guys, happy Friday. We are about to make it 5 days in a row. I have to tell you, today was pretty hard. It's about 2 in the afternoon. I was really tempted to skip because it's Friday, it's close to the weekend. And you know, when you tell yourself sometimes, okay, it's just one day, what's it gonna hurt? Thank goodness I had this to hold myself accountable with you. Today, what I'm gonna do is more of a personal share for just something I did earlier today. That is to go and watch the Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings movie in theaters because I had to support it. And I'm just gonna share a few stories related to it. So funny story, my husband and I booked the tickets for the wrong theater. So we went to the wrong theater first and we got to the right theater maybe 5 minutes late. It was all the way across town. I mean, it's New York City, so all the way across town is not that far. And so I'm just gonna, this is us kind of like running up to it. So I'm just gonna share. Then my second story is, I took a super quick video. And then the final one is just done. I wanted to share this one in particular today first because this is all I've got in me to create for content today, but also because a lot of people think you have to create a certain type of content for it to be useful and high value, that it has to be something that just teaches how to information. And that's honestly as far from the truth as it could be. Because when you share content like this, which shows your personal values and things you stand for and just some behind the scenes of your life, people find that just as valuable because they want to get to know you too. So wanted to call that out. Now, along those lines, if you've noticed, I'm pretty quick at creating content every single day. Now, a lot of that is because I've been practicing at this point for 7 years, almost daily. But the benefit of that is I get to share with you some of my top tips for being able to create content quickly and easily. So if you want help with that, go ahead and watch the video right here and I will see you there.